Hi everybody, Perf De Castro here, and I'd like to show off my new guitar. It's custom built for me by Dave Wendler of Lawrence, Kansas. And Dave also has his own line of instruments called the Electroacoustics. And he can be found at www.electroacoustic.com. Now, on to the guitar. So this design right here is my own. I've used similar shaped guitars in my records and in my bands back in the Philippines during the 90s. I didn't bring those guitars with me because they were built in a humid environment, and the dry California weather would have, caused them to crack, warp, implode, and I didn't want to do that to those instruments. So I decided to just leave them in the Philippines in the care of some very good friends of mine, and have another one built out here in the US. So specs. This one is a departure from your typical electric guitar because of some of the woods used. Now the body is Western red cedar. Okay. Now Dave is known for using Western red cedar on his electroacoustics. It gives his instrument some snap, some really sparkly tones that is needed to amplify that acoustic-y sound. Now, even though his guitars are named electroacoustics, they are not acoustic guitars. They are actually solid body instruments that impart an acoustic tone when plugged in. So he used Western red cedar for the body. The top is Brazilian rosewood. It's put a cap of Brazilian rosewood on the top just to give contrast to the blonde color of the Western red cedar. Now this Brazilian rosewood set was actually a badly warped set. I have which I purchased a while back, thinking that I would use it for a classical guitar. Unfortunately, again, I guess the wood was cut fresh and wasn't dried properly before I bought it. It cupped as soon as it hit California, and I've been wondering what to do with it ever since. And I'm just glad that the wood didn't go to waste, and it was eventually used in a most excellent instrument. Okay, now the top is Brazilian rosewood. There was enough left over to fashion the pickup rings out of Brazilian rosewood. All the control cavity covers are Brazilian rosewood as well, and the peg head veneer is also Brazilian rosewood. Okay, now the neck is a 5-piece laminate of walnut and maple. Okay, and it's nicely bolted on with a really slick heel joint right here. And as far as I can tell, the neck pocket is really, really tight. Dave sent me a picture of this guitar in the raw, hanging from a string swing without the bolts in it. So that's how tight the neck pocket is. And it just contributes to this guitar's sound. Now, as far as the electronics go, and the other hardware, let's see, this is an Ibanez Low Pro Edge in Cosmo Black. The pickups are DiMarzio Blaze. Tuning keys are, I think these are Gotos. Anyway, they came off an Ibanez guitar. So, and then let's see what else. Oh, 22 frets, 26.3 inches scale length. This is a long sucker, almost an inch longer than a typical Fender scale length. Let's see, and I have a 3-way toggle switch between the pickups, and a volume knob, tone knob, and each pot is push-pull, so I can split the pickups whenever I want to. Okay, so I think that's it. Now, check this out. The guitar just rings acoustically, and you can even hear the low 7th string. See? And that sustain, it's wonderful. Okay, now the neck profile is on the thick side. I like a bit of meat to my guitar neck. It's not your typical shred guitar thin neck. Okay, I actually want something to grab on, hold on to when I'm playing. But that said, it's very comfortable. The radius is fairly flat. I think he used like a 15-inch radius on this, and it's comfortable for barring, for bending, and for overall chord playing. Okay. Now I'm plugged into a Star ODS amp, which is inspired by the Dumble amps used by Larry Carlton and Robin Ford and those folks. So let me run through the different sounds that we can get out of this baby. Okay, so one thing that threw me off when I got this guitar is the orientation of the toggle switch. Unlike a Les Paul, where when the switch is down, you're selecting the bridge pickup, it's actually the other way around. So toggle down has the neck pickup active, toggle up has the bridge pickup active.